Hi, Paul Slack. It's Good News Planet speaking to Stephanie Oswald. Hi, Stephanie. How are you doing today?
Hey, Paul, I'm doing great, and I've got your ticket to romance because with Valentine's Day on a Friday, it's the perfect time to have a romantic weekend getaway or at least plan for one.
Well, I couldn't ask for anything more. All right. So now where can we go?
Well, let's see. Oh, the sky's the limit. And I'll tell you what, with everyone having such horrible winter weather, it seems like, even down south we've been getting these cold spells. To me, it's a time to head for the beach because there's something that is just undeniably romantic about sunsets or sunrises over the ocean and walking with that sand between your toes. So whether you head to Southern California or South Carolina, I really recommend a beach vacation. And I know you're in New York, so if you want to stick on the East Coast, one of my favorite spots is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I'll tell you what, you can walk for miles. It's a 60-mile coastline. And then there's also lots of people watching, like on the boardwalk. You can go up in the sky wheel, which is really cool. I've been telling people, if you can't fly all the way to Paris and go up the Eiffel Tower, you can go to the sky wheel at Myrtle Beach, and you'll spend a lot less money, and the crowds are a lot easier to navigate.
You know what? I'd be frank with you. I've always wanted to go to Myrtle Beach. I never went to Myrtle Beach, and I'd love to go because I've only heard phenomenal things about it. What is special in addition to those kinds of things about Myrtle Beach?
Well, I'll tell you what, some great deals. And if you go to their website, visit myrtlebeach.com, you're going to find all kinds of romance getaways and some deals, champagne, chocolates, all those little extras that can make a vacation great. And you're also going to find some ways to save money. And something else, Paul, that I've been noticing across the country, and Myrtle Beach is one of these destinations, you can go on the Convention and Visitors Bureau websites and print out some coupons. They also have learned that people like free. So pretty much choose your destination and you can find, 50 free things to do, 10 free things to do under $25 for any destination. And that's something great. I even look at my own hometown. I'm here in New Orleans, and there's a great website, followyournola.com, and that's a new campaign the Convention and Visitors Bureau is doing. And it's full of all these great ideas. And now let's bring it back to Valentine's Day. If you want to do something special for your sweetheart, you want to do something that's going to make them really happy. So if they like music, plan for some kind of a performance. If they're someone who just really needs to relax and deserves a spa day, find a resort or a spa that's near you that's going to really give you a chance to give them some pampering. But make it something that's about your sweetheart.
Okay, and let's remind everybody that Stephanie is actually an international travel expert and editor-in-chief of the Travel Girl magazine. You have a website too, right? Travel Girl?
I do, travelgirlinc.com, and I also have a blog, smarttravelerblog.wordpress.com. So some ideas there. And, it's been great for me just to get away recently. Some of the other places I've been, Southern California, if you want to go on the West Coast, I was able to spend some time at Terranea Resort, and what I realized there, because I had the opportunity to take part in a wildlife release, and what was so great about that is that it was completely unexpected. So for me, being able to take part in something really different it just makes you realize just what we can learn when we travel. And to me, travel is the greatest educator. So if you can give that gift to someone, whether it's your spouse or your partner, or even a best friend, if you're not romantically involved and you just want to get away with your BFF, it's a great time to do it for Valentine's Day.
What was the name of that place that you said?
Terranea. The Terranea Resort. Terranea.
Where's that? Where?
It is just outside of Los Angeles. And you're gonna ride about an hour in a car from LAX, but it's just gorgeous, beautiful ocean, and there's whale watching, and there's all kinds of nature trails, and it's just a really beautiful spot. I'll make sure that I have a link to that in my blog as well.
Yes.
But
I wonder where that exactly is. I go to LA. I got a place out there, and I don't know. I never heard of that one. That sounds fun. And California is just so gorgeous, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, and the national parks, that's another thing, too. National parks, go for a hike, whether it's a beach picnic or a picnic up in the mountains, if you can find a warm weather park and just go hiking, or if you're someone who, a lot of people love the snow. I love to ski and snowshoe. If you've got an adventurous partner and you want to surprise them with a ski trip, that's a great thing to do too. And Paul, the key here is to actually pick a specific time. If you're not going to go this weekend for Valentine's Day, then pick a specific time and stick to it, because that's really important. But if you can be flexible, and if you've got some listeners who can say, okay, we're going to leave Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and here's our budget, I also recommend getting online now and, going to travelzoo.com and go to cruisecritic.com and find some of these last-minute deals. If you belong to an airline club, go to their website. A lot of airlines have Valentine's Day getaway deals, and you never know where you might end up.
And then give the grandparents a chance. You can bring the kids, let them take care of the kids and the couple, the young ones. They can head out, right? And so that's a big joy for the grandparents, right?
Absolutely. Grandma and Grandpa, they've had more Valentine's Days than Mom and Dad. So, granted, they can have their Valentine's Day too, but it's kind of like New Year's. My parents always say, you know what, you go out, we'll watch the kids. It's really, really sweet. And, Valentine's Day, there are some cliches here, but if you're traveling, a couple things to pack in your carry-on. Think about artificial flowers, whether you go to the craft store and get some, or I've even seen some beautiful hand-carved wooden flowers, just a different take on, those fresh-cut roses, which, I love fresh-cut roses, but when you're traveling, those artificial flowers are going to last longer, and they're going to be easier to travel with. Something else, electric candles. They're so inexpensive, and they're so beautiful, and at night, you're really not going to notice the difference. If you can fill your hotel room with some beautiful candles, that's going to make a big difference, and it's just going to let your partner know that you've given them a chance to, you've given them some special treatment, some TLC.
You are sharing some very special tricks here. These are really good ideas, Stephanie. You know that. You really always have very wise kinds of things. Any other thought that you want to share? Listen, those two, the candle, the flower, boy, that's going to get you some points, isn't it?
Well, I think so. And I'll share a little bit of romantic zen for you, because I have a friend who is very much into travel zen, and I put a link to her website on my blog. But here's one for you. The far right corner of any room is called the relationship quadrant when it comes to feng shui. So if you can pack something with you, pack those candles we talked about, maybe a pair, because 2 is very symbolic for romance, or have a non-breakable frame and a photo of you and your mate, and put it in that far right corner of the room, whether it's a room at home or your hotel room. It's just going to give you a little bit of extra romance, a little bit of extra boost to get things going.
Stephanie, you got the stuff. There's no doubt about it. Lucky relationship people all around you.
Thanks so much, Paul. I hope you have good plans.
Oh, yeah. I got so many, I just don't know what to do. Everything is great. Let me ask one last question, Stephanie. Unless anything else you want to share at this moment?
Well, just a reminder that if you can't travel, then a staycation can also be very, very romantic. And an idea for that is if you can't go out, but you do have a little bit of money to spend, maybe you hire a chef. And even if a chef is a good friend who knows how to cook, but hire someone, have them come into your home and prepare a meal for you and your sweetheart so that you can relax. And then you've got the candles and you've got the flowers. And at the end of the night, you're getting into your own bed and you can relax. But it's really about putting yourself in that mindset of romance. And Valentine's Day, come on, guys, don't be cynics. Do something about it and make your partner feel special, for guys and girls.
The last thing, first, I'm putting you under the category brilliant. Then 2, what's good news for you, Stephanie?
Well, I thought about it. I got an answer for you. Good news for me is safe roads. No texting and driving.